What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into the Biz with You right here, right now, on My Fish Swings Radio with your one and only rock star, Mike Davis Wayne. And we have the beautiful and talented R&B diva herself, Kiki Wyatt. She's back with us. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Thank you for coming back. I mean, we definitely have to because the new season's out. Just to kind of start off, because, just to solely focus on the music. But can I say I was surprised by that little disagreement and how Monette were you surprised of her reaction?
I was of her initial reaction. I will have to say, if you watch back, Therese was laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Therese laughed. So it was funny to her because she knew I was being silly. You know what I mean? And then what a lot of people don't understand is I didn't go in there with the attitude because of me and Mo or whatever, because everything that Mo had to say, I didn't know she was saying that stuff to Selena. I had no idea that she felt like that about me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just went in there. I already had some other things on my mind, and just because I'm upset about something, it ain't. People always say that I'm always looking for attention, honey. Maybe sometimes it ain't about you. So if you look back, it just really don't make sense to me of how I was portrayed, and but it's fine because I did get upset at some point or another, but it was only because I was provoked, and it all didn't blow up like that because of what I said. It really didn't.
Yeah.
So it's the way that you all seen it. So, but like I said, it's a show, and what you see is real life, but the way things are put together, maybe a little different than how they actually happen. So.
Right. And I try to tell people that because they'll think like R&B Divas is like not real, Loving Hip Hop, like all the shows. I'm like, listen, this is their lives. They can't help what's edited and how it's being depicted at this point now.
I feel like it's something that I did sign up for. You know what I mean? They asked me to do it, so I did it. I opened myself up to be edited. And, I'm okay with that. The only thing is, I just don't want my reputation to be tampered with, and I don't want my my brand, my career to be threatened because of what people see on TV. And people, take this stuff so serious to the point to where they don't want to buy your music or they don't want to like you because of what they've seen on TV. And I watched it happen to Nikki, and it just is terrible because Nikki's not like that all the time. Everybody gets upset sometimes. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it just had so happened that every time people saw Nikki, she was upset, and it was because her and Selena wasn't getting along. And that's with anybody. That would happen with anybody. But I just feel like, whatever it is, what it is, I'm blessed. I'm highly favored by God. Why he chose me, I don't know. But I am very happy that he did. And I'm not going to let this, nothing or nobody, tear me away from the love of God at the end of the day. And, when I'm dead, I'm gone. I can't take none of this crap with me.
Amen.
So, it is what it is. But I'm excited in my life right now because I just put my new EP out. My new EP is doing very well. It's independent. Me and Michael Jamar did it ourselves with the help of Londell McMillan, which is my management, and Tyra Griggs McGee with the North Star Group. And it's doing really well. And I'm like, look at God. Okay.
I saw that too, and And I wasn't expecting you to come out with an EP so quick, because I know the last time we talked, we were, discussing about you coming out with an album. So I was like, yes, Miss Kiki.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's people. I decided to go ahead and do the EP because people were just like, Kiki, I'm tired of waiting on this album, girl. And, I'm like, it's taking me a minute now. Shoot, I got a family. I got this show I'm doing. I got this I'm doing. And, so I just went ahead and threw an EP together real quick so my fans can be satisfied, because everybody that knows Kiki knows that I love my fans, and that I truly believe that without my fans, I would not be Kiki Wyatt. So, with that being said, that EP is especially for them.
Definitely. And I love the track Rain featuring Pusha T. Phenomenal.
Yes, I do too.
How'd that come about?
Did that. Well, I'm really good friends with Tiny. Like, we real cool. And so I was playing her some of my music and that I was working on, and she was like, girl, let me talk to Chaz, girl. Let me call Chaz, girl. And so Chaz, he's done like so many of T.I.'s stuff and so many of his tracks or whatever. And so she was like, girl, I want you to hear this, check it. So I was like, okay, girl. So I just started singing to the track, and it was hot. And I was writing along with Right Time. And Pusha T was like, I'll do it, yeah. And so now it's a hit.
Wow. And were you surprised that he agreed to get on the track, or was this just something you guys had talked about before?
I was very surprised, only because I wanted T.I. to get on it initially, of course, because it was from his camp. And, of course, he's like, well, Kiki, your little, what is the word? I'm trying to think of the word. With the love
honest.
songs.
I said honest, like, vulnerable.
No, he was, child, basically I sing old people's music for him.
Ooh.
But he didn't say it like that. He just said it's a little alternative for him. And so I was like, that's cool. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because some of my music is a little more what they call adult contemporary for some artists. But Pusha T was like, shoot, I'll get on it, because he knows my manager, Londell McMillan, and so he was like, yeah, man, I'll do it. The track is hot and the song is hot. I get on there, and I like Kiki. And he got on there and blew it. Honey, I'm so glad that somebody didn't do and somebody did do.
I know that's right. But I love the track.
I mean, no hate, no disrespect or nothing to
Kiki.
I love T.I. But, I mean, I do understand where he's coming from.
Right.
His opinion, I was a little too adult contemporary for him. And
right.
It's okay to have your opinion with that. Although, I think Robin Thicke's stuff is a little adult contemporary too. But, whatever.
True. You know what? I'm not really feeling the direction that where he's going at with his. Let me not. But I'm with you.
I ain't got nothing to do with that because I'm friends with them and we cool. Our families chill all the time.
Right.
Each other's babies' birthday parties and different things like that. They are very beautiful, sweet, kind-hearted people, and they're all right with me. I whatever. My feelings were just hurt, but it's okay because Pusha T's on there, and Pusha T is hot as hell right now.
Yeah.
So, okay. And I love Pusha T. I've always liked him.
Have you always wanted to work with him, or what is it about Pusha T? Because I mean, there's other tons of rappers, but I hear what you're saying about Pusha T, but tell everybody who don't really understand what you mean with Pusha T.
Well, the reason why I like Pusha T is because he's been out for many years, and his sound is still just as fresh today, and that's why he's so hot today still. And the dude snaps on everything you get on. You know what I'm saying? And he's raw with it. And then I like how he be growling and stuff. That is so hype. It's so hot. I like it. He's the ish.
He is the ish. And so now, let me ask you about Fall in Love, because that record is doing really great as far as like radio is concerned, and every city is liking it. Were you expecting for the response for that record to be what it is today?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm blown away. But I will say that, honey, I woke up a couple mornings in a row, and the Lord kept giving me different verses to read in the Bible. And every time I read something, it would always say, "Don't be anxious. Don't be anxious about tomorrow, because tomorrow will take care of itself." And so I'm just like, okay, Lord, okay. And, of course, I've been seeking God, and when you seek God and put self out of the way, he will do the rest. He really will, and it's going and going and going. This song done jumped up the chart 66 spots in one day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's number 3 most added on radio, on AC radio, and it's like really doing well. And they just added it, I think, yesterday, and it's already getting like 115 spins, and I think the most you can have right now is 117.
So you breaking record now.
I reckon. I don't know, honey, but I tell you what, I'm trying to obey and don't be anxious, because tomorrow will take care of itself. I just hope tomorrow got some Grammys involved, Jesus.
Yes.
And some what is it, VMAs and all that old mess, honey. Y'all, BT, Soul Train, honey. I don't care if it's Lil Bo Bill award. Come on, Lil Bo Bill.
That's right. Every nomination counts, and I'm glad that you realize that, because a lot of artists don't understand that. Hey, it may not be, the Oscars and the Grammys, but any nomination for my work is phenomenal.
Mhm. And I accept whatever. It makes me proud, because it means that they found something in me big enough to want to honor me with an award. So therefore, I'm honored by being honored. You know what I'm saying? So, shoot, that's what's up. I ain't scared of no around the corner, down the alley award. Gimme. I'll take it.
That's right. And let's talk about a situation that will be talked about on the show. With Faith, being the one that's getting credit for the nomination of the with the record for the show.
Mm-hmm.
What is your overall takes on it? Because I never got a chance to ask you before, like, that how just seeing that, knowing that all of you ladies worked hard on that, and not being able to receive that credit just because she's the executive producer. I mean, she's great. She's been on the show too, but I just want to know, like, your feelings on that.
Well, of course, with that, you have to see it on the show, because I don't want to give too much away, because I am under contract. And
right.
So, of course, my feelings have been put on there. But as far as just in case what all I had to say or how I felt is not played, I will say that I love her, and she is a friend of mine, and I talk to her on the daily.
Mm-hmm.
And, she feels like she told us This is something that she was doing, and she wanted us to get on it, although my understanding was completely different.
Right.
But that's okay, because I can't sit here and say that she didn't say, well, yes, I can sit here and say, because I was told that it was a compilation CD.
Right, and as it was put out there, too, as a compilation CD.
Mm-hmm. So I think when I saw the artwork, the CD cover, I was kind of blown away, because I was like confused then. Like, where are we at? We ain't nowhere on this mug. And then I read up under where my name was, and it said Faith Evans. I'm like, okay. But, whatever. I mean, she got to get her coins the way she got to get them, and it is what it is. Do I feel cheated? I mean, it is what it is.
Right. And it's good that you're able to look at a situation like this that's not too cool. I mean,
we're still
yeah.
friends. People need to understand that friendship is friendship, business is business. Some people are cutthroat in the business, and it's all about them. But in their personal life, it's all about you as their friend. So, that's kind of how our friendship is. She always looking out for me. Always. She's always so precious, and I love her. And I can't really say that I really feel like that with some of the other girls now.
Mhm.
And it's really sad. I'm starting to feel like I got TV friends, and I don't do TV friends because I'm too real. I ain't got time for that fake mess.
Right.
I do not. But
And
it is what it is.
Definitely, I was just going to say it definitely is what it is, and I've seen the way that you and Faith react, and she's definitely a genuine person, and that's a huge problem that people don't understand is that what happens in the business, and you're doing stuff with a friend, and sometimes it can be good and bad, but you just gotta throw them punches and be like, you know what, I understand it because this is the industry that we're in. It's not like she's calling and she's cussing me out.
All right.
So then that would be a whole other situation right there, if that was the case. But she ain't doing that because she's like, just like you, I don't got time for that,
Right, and then I don't like how people try to make, their feelings about someone my feelings, and and because they can't understand that business is business and friendship is friendship and that they're separate, people try to tear up your friendship with somebody because of business, and I just, whatever. I'm talking too much, so let's talk about something else before I get myself in trouble.
You good. But how do you feel about this season though? Are you satisfied of like what we're seeing so far in the editing?
I'm not satisfied now in how I look, no. Because now everybody thinks that my mother and my brother, they think that my whole family is crazy, and and not able to see things that really do always go on in my home, and people judging me and my brother, talking about why y'all talk to your mother like that? Who talks to their mother like that?
Right.
Well, we have a different kind of relationship, and that's just how we get down. My mom talks crazy like that to us. I mean, and people that don't understand that because they got a mama that's so strict that you can't even, seep a fart out on the toilet, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it just, my mother is now my friend. Why? She's not raising me anymore.
Right.
So I can now be me and be friends with my mother. I don't have to, yes, no, ma'am. No,
right.
I do say that, although I do say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, yes, to my mother, but at the same time, I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm an adult with 7 children, and if I can't be myself, then something's really wrong.
Mhm.
Honey, I turned 32 March the 10th, which means I'm very much grown.
That's right.
So a lot of people need to understand it is still your mother, and you do have a certain respect for them, but at the same time, you are an adult, and some parents need to understand that.
Mhm.
So,
and I'm glad I'm glad you're speaking on that, because I can connect. I've even had to have like those heart to hearts with my mom, being like, "Hey, I'm not that age, anymore." And I've even done that with older people. I mean, like, you can't speak to me a certain way. I'm gonna still have that respect, but you have to treat me as such, as the age that I am, not by what I used to be when we used to be timid and I used to shut my mouth.
Right, and if I said something you didn't want to hear, you popped me in my mouth.
Right.
It ain't like that no more. I'm grown, and if you pop me in my mouth, then we probably go have to go pray and ask the Lord to help us, because I mean, I would never put my hands on my mother, so of course she slapped me in my mouth, I'd just be slapped. But will I be angry? Absolutely. Will I express that I'm angry? Absolutely, because I'm grown. So, but I just don't like how my family is being portrayed as like we're all crazy. Right. But at the end of the day, I feel like this: everybody has got issues. Nobody is perfect. Nobody's family is perfect, and everybody has some kind of misunderstanding in their home.
That is so true.
And I ain't the only person that cusses in front of my kids. And I really try not to. I really try not to, because I don't want my children to grow up with that, like I did. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, but did your mama cuss?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
She sure does.
Did she cuss in front of you?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. See what I'm saying?
Right.
But my family's so crazy. It's just not fair to me. But I will say the editors, they know what they're doing, and I do respect them for getting that dollar, and I do respect them for showing my family's growth, and I'm very happy that they're showing our growth, and I hope that by them showing that that it helps other people, like, because there's so many families, and I will say black in particular, that just don't believe in going to see nobody.
Mm-hmm.
We will sweep some stuff under the rug, honey, and keep on moving instead of talking to somebody about it. And sometimes, it's okay to talk to somebody. It really is. We all have gone through things, and we all need to talk to somebody. Because if we don't, it's going to drive you crazy. Seriously.
Amen. And I try to tell people that too. And it's always good to have family around you. So for me, seeing your family on the show, I don't see it as crazy, because I get it. Because from us talking before, I get your personality, and if people think that your family is crazy, you're crazy. You know what? Hell, we all crazy. We all do crazy shit, and I'm gonna just say this like that and say stuff. And that is funny, that people may not like, but people have to have a sense of humor and understand that not everybody that God puts on this earth is all the same. Actually, none of us are all in the same.
Right. Where in my household, we all are like tigers in a ring. You know what I'm saying? Or bulls in a ring, and everybody is holding up a red flag, and so we all coming at each other. But other families may be everybody in the family's drug addicts, or in a different family, everybody is so holier than thou that they can't even breathe, and gonna end up going to hell anyway because they're so holy. Then you got people that their issue is they stuck up and can't be. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody has got their issues. So, I mean, it is what it is, and I say that a lot because at my age now, I've had to learn to say that instead of crying, being upset, and all the above. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, I really do appreciate this interview.
Oh,
and
no problem, Kiki.
And being able to get out what I'm trying to get out.
Oh, no problem. You know, and I appreciate you being so open to, really share and talk with me, about these things, because, I appreciate that. And you continue to inspire me to do just that, to say exactly what it is. I think I probably get a little bit of trouble because I be listening to you a little bit too much, and how you're very vulnerable, and you say exactly what it is. But you know what, though? That's how people should be. It should not be us tiptoeing, with anything, and even with music.
What people are thinking. I'll say out loud what somebody's sitting right next to me thinking, or what somebody sitting right next to me is about to go home and say about somebody.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not scared to say what's on my mind and how I'm feeling, and I'm not scared to, what, boom. Let's go. If it's that bad, we can handle that. But, of course, I'm working on that as a woman of God, because personally, I do feel that God has called me in the ministry, and I want to make that a priority one day soon, and I just want to make sure that I'm what he wants me to be. But at the same time, I'm going to be real, and I think that is what is going to draw people to Christ. It's just being me. Oh, I can't stand fake people. It just wears me out.
I can't.
Ugh.
And I can think about some fake people when you say it right now, and I just be like, you know what? I'm glad that God showed me their true colors and got them out, because they are the devil walking.
And it's just not there. Ugh, I can't take it. Give me the truth any day. I don't care if it hurts.
Amen.
Truth. Okay,
I love it. But Kiki, thank you so much for coming back again. I really do love chatting with you, and we'll have you come back, when the season is over. But let me ask you before you go, any plans for any music videos? Because you got all this dopeness on the EP, but we need some videos too.
Yes, I'm in the process of doing that right now. See, y'all gonna make me just throw one out, and I'm trying not to do that. So I'm trying to take my time and do them right, the way that I really want them, and I have to work around other artists' schedules and things. So, I'm definitely gonna have some videos coming for y'all. I'm gonna have some movies, some shows, different things, all kinds of stuff coming for y'all. Y'all just be patient with me, because it's independent. I'm doing this stuff myself. So it takes a little longer.
Right. But you know what, though? It's